Hey everybody, Atcher here, back with FTL Advanced Edition. We have degraded from Captain's Edition and we are doing some regular normal FTL runs here for a little while. Captain's Edition is something that I'm going to visit a little bit later on. I made a post on Reddit about it. I actually got some feedback from the developer directly, which is great. So, and I probably said this more along the lines of when I did the opening of the series, is that it's kind of an answer or address or similar in vein to XCOM The Long War. So it's supposed to be a lot harder. But I have some thoughts on that. I think I'll revisit it when I revisit Captain's Edition. For now, though, I want to get into a game here. We're going to be playing on normal this time. It's kind of a warm-up to go back to normal. We're not going to do the Kestrel today. We're not even going to do a random ship today. I'm really irritated. I almost thought about editing my save just to unlock the Rock Cruiser and the Crystal Cruiser, but we're going to see if we can earn them the old-fashioned way. So we're going to do a Slug run today, and we're just going to call this Return to Norm. Maybe. And maybe we can name one of these people Norm. I don't know. Maybe we'll name someone who we find Norm. We're going to be doing the Slug A because we don't have the B type or the C type. Because we don't have any of the achievements yet because so far our Slug runs have been terrible on hard. So the Slug, as you may remember, has dual lasers, which is one of my favorite weapons. Breach Bomb, which is exciting. Anti-Bio Beam, more importantly, Slug Repair Gel. So let's go ahead and see. This is going to be a run that usually starts a little slow in Sector 1. We'll find out. Like I said, we are in Normal Edition, not Captain's Edition. We are Normal Mode, which means we do have 10 scrap to start with, but no great reason to go to the store this early. So all we're going to do is just farm scrap. That is what Sector 1 is all about. I don't think we'll be able to get back to that store either. But Captain's Edition, I don't know if I need to wax poetic too much about it. You saw kind of what I saw. I think one of the things the developer said that was really important, as we have a quest marker here, is that it's not a mod that's for everyone, which is true. And I was very impressed with the developer's ability to take constructive criticism instead of just screaming about it, which I've seen before, and as someone who's developed games previously has experienced before, not for myself, but other people. Attack the automated ship. Biobeam does nothing here. Their ions are okay, so we'll see if hopefully this doesn't allow the lasers to do their thing. We should probably put you on weapons. Maybe we'll do that next time. Is that a single shot laser or a two-shot laser? Whatever it is, it's taking a long time to charge up. Right in the oxygen. Alright. One system down. Now, the slugs do have the psychic ability to be able to see. Oh, am I not firing? That was unnecessary. Now let's remind ourselves while we're doing this of the achievements we need to get. We need to step into Nebulas whenever possible. Not that the Slug V is a ship that I plan on winning with anytime soon, but well, let's see here. Slug Cruiser have vision of every room of the enemy ship without functioning sensors, jump to 30 Nebula sectors, or kill 3 enemy crew members with one shot from the anti-bio beam. So crew transport is probably going to be the most reliable way. And then you put it on a ship like this where I can just drop them both over there. So 15 scrap and the station gives us bonus goodies. So we may be able to get back to this quest marker. Gotta watch our map pretty hard though. So let's go to the quest marker first. Could be a store. That wouldn't be terrible. Nope. Ship being chased by a pirate. This must be the missing delivery. We are here to rescue you. Alright, so they do have slightly concerning stuff here, but I should be able to biobeam these guys out of the sky. And see if I can disable one thing here. Now I know that means I have to let my lasers charge up before I do it again, but it's very important that I don't. I'm doing this entirely as a matter of self-preservation. I don't want to, well, first off I can, oh! Okay, well, apparently they've given up on weapon systems. I don't even know if I hit them both the biobeam. Because I got a laser out there. Alright, so one crew down. That Mantis is not going to be able to repair that. But one of the nice things about the Slug A is that if you can manage to keep killing the crew like this, you will get your normal scrap bonuses. So you contact the delivery ship. They're grateful for your assistance. So there's the reward, and we didn't even get a bonus for killing the crew, which is a little unfortunate, but we carry on. So defend the outpost, no crew to kill yet again. Another ion beam. This is a mini beam, so this will actually fire really soon. So I gotta be concerned about that. Oh, well. It's one way to cut that out. That's why I like the dual lasers. It only takes one damage, or one attack, or one power. Anytime you can get one power for 2 hits. It's all very good. I'm going to save my bombs for later. Breach bombs can be very good. Does a lot of crew damage. Breach should be guaranteed or your money back. And we'll see though. One more laser volley should do this. And there we go. Kaboom! And we get even more things. Thanks, we've been harassed by these scouts. So there's a distress beacon. We're just going to go... We got actually a lot of jumps that we can take before the exit, so... I don't know if I'm going to be able to get too much. I may be able to squeeze that one in. We'll go to the distress beacon first. Sometimes it's crew, sometimes it's something else, and then it's a trap. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Could actually potentially breach bomb them here. Alright, right in the oxygen yet again. Now here's the other thing, is that because they do have their med bay here, I'm going to have to do this a slightly different way, which I guess I should have done that the first time. The really annoying part of this fight is that I'm going to be getting missiled. All to hell, so... Probably 2 breach bombs should be sufficient. That's still crew damage. Okay, one more. It's a lot of bombs. Now we got it. Oh good, shields are on fire. We don't have to worry about that right now. Okay, so no air, and that mantis, there's no way it repairs that in time. So good news is that I'm about to get heavy lasered. I don't know how that's good news. But apparently it's what's going on here. So normal mode doesn't mean it's always easy. Let's do this first. We've got to take out this ship. Oh, I can't hit both crew. That's too bad. Oh, whoops. Finally took out their missile launcher. Unfortunately, their heavy laser's still going to do a lot of damage here. So one crew down. Their weapons are down finally. May just be able to take them out with the one laser shot here. There we go. Woo! Halberd beam! So 9 and halberd beam. Well, why aren't they using the halberd beam the first time? So I don't even need to necessarily keep the anti-bio beam or the breach missiles. That's a start. But I mean, I haven't played on normal difficulty in a very, very, very long time. And dual lasers plus halberd beam is going to carry me a really, 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 really long way. So that is a definite positive. And I mean, if the first run I get on normal, I'm going to switch it straight back to whatever the higher difficulty is. So those are rock people. It'll take multiple shots. I could actually just use the halberd beam and tear these guys a new one. Might not be a terrible idea. But for now, we'll bio-beam it. Oh! Swing and a miss. Who knew you could miss rock people who are going so very slowly? Alright. That one heavy laser, I tell you. Like, that shield should be enough. Really, engines now. Well, I didn't really need to pilot my ship anyway, right? Alright. So there's a fire in there, which is exciting to see. Now we need to breach. So that'll force them to repair that. Maybe I could just switch over to the Let's see. I'm gonna go for the crew kill. See, can I do it? Oh. Oh, why is it that rock people are always the best at dodging this? It's like without... Okay, so he can't breathe anymore. That's why the breach bomb is so good there. Now we're gonna do this. Now you die. There we go. 1 health left. Salvage what you can. And maybe I should have repaired my engines this whole time. But I got 99 scrap. I just need to find a store to heal myself up. Depending on the fight, it may be better just go straight halberd beam. I mean, normally I want level 2 shields here, but it's not going to cost me that much to just halberd beam dual laser. Let's do it. Let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. We lose out on some of the biobeam shenanigans for doing this, so we may be able to go back there depending on the fight. So civilian ship, but see, like loadouts like this where I have to spend so much time bombing the crap out of things. Alright. This time we are just going to wait for the halberd beam to charge. It's a Lido missile, that's okay. Alright, who wants to do 2 damage to all systems? Let's see, the way this loadout works, it's probably better if I do it like this. But I would really want to take out their weapons. So let's pixel perfect aiming, there we go. You would set that on fire right now. I guess we don't really need to worry too much about that right now. So we still do need a repair. I should be able to take them out here where they can get their next shot off. Yay. Look, Ma, our engines aren't on fire. You can just get some air back in here. So level 2 shields are definitely next on the menu. So Felicity, who I guess is kind of like a slug in real life as well as the TV show. Let's see. Able to repair just enough. Still no stores. I hope that's a store. Let's go ahead. This way we can at least micromanage if it's just a laser boat. So if I can just get 1 good repair. Oh boy. Well, dual lasers are going to be really important here. And since they don't have missiles, we don't need to dodge. Alright. You officially cannot hurt us. So no point of you being in the engine room. Okay. Let's see what this does. Is this gonna bust through the, yeah, it busts through the shield a little bit, that's fine. Can hit the drone control here. Yep. Beautiful. Just trying to make this go a little bit faster. Those drones can be so annoying. That's not what we want. Alright, that's what we want. Halberd beam too strong. I remember making a video for how to defeat the flagship, and I was like, you always have the halberd beam there. No, it's that powerful. But most of the crew except Jock we dropped off in a nearby station. One wants to join the crew, Raynert. And what do you know? He's not going to turn traitorous on us because we don't have Captain's Edition right now, but do one of these. Probably should have checked to see if there's a store here, but there's not. Let's go just to the exits. We lose a jump that way, but surrender your goods. Yar, they're trying to run away. They're not going to be able to, though. You don't need air. Just need to disable their missiles and their engines. Good dodge. Thank you, base to 20% dodge chance. Okay, that's one way to delay an FTL. All systems offline. Halberd beam too strong. Bye-bye. Next sector, Zoltan controlled or Rebel controlled? Well, neither of these are awesome. Which one of these opens the way for the, let's see here. Let's do Rebel controlled. Technically, you can't get the damage stasis pod in either of them, which I'm still want to unlock that. Alright. Nebulas! That is what we want, though. So we're going to hit every single nebula that we can, which means we're going to go like this. I'm not used to having this much junk. I wonder if that counts as a nebula jump. Alright, 1. Ignore the trade. Too bad there's not like a little counter that says how many nebula jumps you've had, but we've got to try and track ourselves to get there, so... Nothing. Alright. Fight! Don't need that much life support. That's fine, we didn't really need our med bay either anyway. So I should be able to take out the drone control in just a second with this shot. I'll take... Okay, do we accept their surrender? There's not fuel in it, so we're not going to do it. So they just die. We don't need our shields. We can take our med bay and collapse in here. And then we get even more stuff. So yay! We all get to pack into the room with no air. Probably shouldn't let my air get back in here. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I actually didn't assign you to the weapons. I am so sorry. Alright. Things I could have been using hotkeys for. So, next Nebula. I don't know if I'm going to get the unlock here or not. I'd have to get a crew transporter, but they're trying to run away. We have all of our power back. This ship shouldn't be able to hurt us. It might, depending on... If that's a 2-shot laser and they hit both of our shields down, and then that fires at just the right time, it could hurt us, but yeah, I didn't think it would. I was about to say, don't tell me you missed both shots. And not just delayed, dead. Okay. So what's next? Attack the ship. Another drone. What kind of drone is it? Oh, Ion. An Ion buddy. Well, we definitely want to take you out before you can EMP everybody, so let's go ahead and disengage here. In fact, let's send you to repair the shields, because that's a little more important. And I should be able to kill this ship in one shot. Let's make sure that hits everything. Technically, if the room's highlighted, it should be okay. So they're trying to run, and they just died in one shot. Slug repair gel is so nice as just a convenience factor. Because I don't have to worry about fixing the breach, the ship fixes itself. Remember on my Slug Z run where that definitely came into play. So if we go down here, we should definitely be able to loop around. In fact, I can probably go all the way up here because I've done a bunch of Nebula jumps that get the full deterrence bonus. So aid the civilian ship. Should be very easy. And this is the difference between getting a Sector 1 halberd beam and not getting a Sector 1 halberd beam. Pretty much. I mean, they have no shields. Therefore, they have no hope for survival. No real need to pause there. Just want to make sure I don't screw up the 6 damage shot. Alright, so what do you know? You save a ship that was badly damaged in battle. Most of the crew accepts your offer to be dropped off. One wants to join, so Kirby. We now have a certifiable boarding crew between Kirby and Reynard if we elect to get a transporter, which can also help us get another one of the conditions to unlock the Slug B. So that's good. Well, I don't even need to fire a shot here. I will, but I don't need to. Sword level 2 shields are always very nice. Alright. Shields up. Kirby gets that little bit sliver of shield experience every time. So now we just gotta wait and wait, which means we turn off the air. Just try and get this recharge a little bit faster. So once again, we don't really need to breathe. And wow, stealth weapons. Stealth weapons, folks. I'm not used to playing in normal, where now if I can get cloaking and I kind of have the stuff for it, we could just be in a really good position. And I get the remaining sector data, which is going to include an asteroid field, which is not a problem. All the ships, not a problem. Federation scum! We waited a long time for this. Well, I am sorry that you waited a long time for this. Once again, we just want to be able to get enough firepower to make things happen. Okay, I don't know if that's a firebomb. It's probably not. Okay, halberd beam. I may have shot that a little too early. Yeah, just a touch early. Lost 1 damage. Total misplay. Catastrophic failure. Advanced FTL navigation. Anytime you can get something like this, that's fine. So what does advanced FTL navigation do again? Because I usually sell it. Allow a ship to jump to any previously visited beacon, which doesn't actually come into play very hard here. So let's hear 163. They're trying to run and they have a beam drone. Means we only need 1 power here. Normally I'd fire at the weapon system, but I think I'm going to fire for the engine and cockpit this time. So I really don't want them to run away. Alright, so 1 damage. Once again, I've got to get a really big repair at the store. Oh, I'm going to take a missile hit anyway. Alright, med bay. That's too bad. Everyone repair. So the good news is that my ship is incredibly well equipped. The bad news is that I have taken substantial damage. Used to do this. I don't think anybody's actually hurt. We're floating a lot of scrap and a lot of augments right now. And we may even need to skip the asteroid belt there for the extra ship, but that's okay. Big thing we're going for is the store and the repair. So aid the Federation ship. Bonus fight. Once again, probably don't need the extra shielding, but we'll take it. Okay, missiles. You're now starting to make me a little bit nervous. Okay. Whew. It's like, wait a minute, why are we missing? Alright. Oh, you bastards got 1 more missile shot off, so 3 fuel, 25 scrap. And quickly try to rescue the crew. And despite your efforts, the majority of crew do not survive. The sole survivor offers to join a crew and helps ship the now derelict ship because that's what NG do. Well, this is like raining mana right now. So if I get a crew transporter, we're definitely going to be having some boarding fun, I think. Let's go to the store. See if we can stabilize in Sector 2. And let's see what we got. Scrap recovery arm, automated reloader, all very good things. Ion bomb, heavy laser, chain laser. Ion bomb is actually... ion bomb is not as good as it used to be. The 22-second charge is very tough. The heavy laser, on the other hand, is tempting because that's an extra laser shot and it lets our halberd beam do more things, and it times fairly well. Well, I mean, we're going to keep the slug gel for now. We're going to keep stealth weapons for now. As thematically fun as the anti-bio beam is, we're going to sell it. Sorry. We're going to sell the advanced FTL navigation. It just never ends up being as good. Can do this many repairs. Take the scrap recovery arm. Really thinking about the automated reloader here. If I can get cloaking, stealth can be so freaking powerful. If I can get another laser, that can work pretty well, but I think the breach bomb's going to be... What does the breach bomb do? How much damage does it do? A little bit of system damage. So that may be good enough to get some of that stuff going in case I want to upgrade my weapons here. So I do have level 2 doors, forgot about that. I think we'll do this for now. We'll hold off on the full shield upgrade until next sector, because there may be a good store right at the start. But no, I'm going to need to hit the exit. I'm not going to risk that asteroid field, not with a run that's going so well. So defend yourself, bribe the rebels to release civilian ships. Here we go. So, 1 shield, stealth weapons that don't do a lot yet, an Engie that's just kind of standing there. Alright. And a missile on the missile, so that's good. And this is an anti-combat drone. Shoots my combat drones, which is the thing that makes the NGA not as good. Just 1 shot, 1 kill. They're trying to run, but they're already dead. You got halberded. More scrap for the living. And I could have actually done that extra jump. Zoltan homeworlds are Mantis controlled. Well, we have to go to the Zoltan homeworlds because this gives us 2 nebulas to jump through. As much as it pains me to do the Zoltan homeworlds, unless I can actually get the quest. So, we got a few nebula to jump through. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that first, and that way we can kind of get to the back of the sector and hit those as well. Because hitting like 3 nebula sectors is sometimes not enough. So participate in their study, and if we had a damaged stasis pod, we could have made some of that back. What do we got here? Okay, secure the fuel supply. Let's secure the ammunition. And they have... well, we're gonna risk it. Because I can kill the ship in 1 shot. I just need that missile to not hit the wrong place. Okay, it didn't hit the wrong place, but it's an Artemis missile, so that's always a little scary. Alright, how much damage are we doing today? This many. Alright, you're dead. And it's obliterated, and crates can be scavenged in the wreckage, so nothing doing. Alright, so none of these zones have oh, whoa, let's get this powered back up. No, oh, shields up, just in time. I do not want the fire to come get me, but let's see, dual lasers. That's annoying. Send you 2 to repair. And we'll go ahead and take out the drones and weaponry, because those are the only things that pose a threat. Not like they're going to be able to run away either. Shield's still up. Doesn't matter, it's dead anyway. Alright, so this run's gone pretty well. I think I'm going to cut this video here, though. And say, you know what, we got Distress Beacon, we got Zoltan homeworlds, we got some pretty good stuff going on here so far. As like I said, this is very much a normal run instead of a hard run, and instead of Captain's Edition. But sometimes we just kind of got to get back in the swing of things and at least try and notch a win on the board at some point. Can we do that? It's looking good so far. It's a strong start, but it only just takes 1 fight for things to go all to hell in FTL, and that happens on normal as well as easy as well as hard. So hardly a 1 run by any stretch. But thanks for watching. This is Ash. I'll see you next time with more FTL action. Take care.